Hello, hello, and hello, and hello. Waiting for the update. The update should be soon-ish. Should be today. They said today. And then this Nightwave is finished, so we should get the new one soon. Soon, TM. Let me do all the stuff on the YouTube side. There we go. Finally something new. This works. There we go. Let me look into a couple of weapons, couple of compression weapons. Just to triple check. For the YouTube videos, I think the ambassador is released, so we can delete this. There we go. Ambassador is finished. Sniper, hey! Hello, hello, hello. Let's see here. Oh, these guys are finished. Nightwave. So let's see here. Tomb Finger, I still have to form this thing. Again, I made a new Tomb Finger for a YouTube video. So might as well just form this thing. So it has multiplicative on direct hit. So now we need raw damage. Like a lot of raw damage. Let's see. Okay, everybody's playing shit. So I need to... I'm dead. Help me! Yes, when I get something to do, dunes, I will come back. But there's nothing to do, I won't stream. I mean, 21st we're getting the new Hero Siege update. So I'm going to stream there. This, maybe today. Maybe I'll stream I'm streaming today. Tomorrow, we will see, maybe I'll stream. We will see. But Hero Siege is soon. And I'm ready. Can I play the game, please? Holy shit, I want to play the game. This location also sucks. It's also against the infested enemies, but it's also a zone 2, so it kind of blows ass. Oh! The new Nightwave, boys. We got the new Nightwave. I'm ready. Log in. New Nightwave.
The sanctuary will go on without you.
Ba-do-do-do-do. All right. I'm logging in. I believe the 2 new augments are not changed at all. I don't believe the developers give a shit. I don't believe so. Oh! Here we go! What? Okay. Why can I access it? You sons of bitches. We have to wait. So how else do I fix this? What's the stash chance? The stash chance is 28.8. You need fire rate. You need like a reinforced bond. I don't know how good this thing is going to be. Let's see, maybe they changed something. Let me go into a map and then leave. Maybe go into a relay. Yep, no, it's leave. No, you don't see the season pass. Nope, still not here. We have to wait. Let me level up this thing real quick. Hope I join a zone 1. The compression builds are coming to the end, boys. I have a couple more compression builds and we're done with compression. Then after that, I have to release some other stuff that isn't compression. Do-do-doom. Curious compression? That'll be really good. If I could. That'll be way too good. Ammo economy plus missiles are going to easily hit one enemy. So you can sustain with Sight 9 a lot. You will still have some AoE. You build it for Blast. That might be really good, but that's never going to happen. Maybe one day? But first we need to get a secondary Crocs, primary Enervate. What else? Something more, you know? Dude, why am I not getting any XP? What the hell is happening? The charge time is not the fastest. I need to see how to fix this. This charge time is kinda slow. Come on. Devs. Come on. I didn't like the new season from PoE. It was kinda lazy of them. The new PoE season was Lake of Kalantra 2.0. 60% of the content or the changes we got were nerfs, 20% for changes, and 20% for buffs. So I just felt like I'm playing the exact same league, but with nerfs. Same league, but nerfs. And the new league mechanic is disconnected from the maps, and I just didn't enjoy it at all. I did revisit a lot of builds and try them out and invested a lot of freaking divines on them, but I get bored of them. I wanted to like add more difficulty, add more like changes to the game, but it seems like PoE 2 is very important to them. Every time they want to test something, they release it in PoE 2, and if the community likes it, they release it in PoE 1. The fuck? What a weird weapon. The way this thing shoots is so weird. Am I the only one that clears here? I'm barely getting any XP. It's also against the Oracle. Yeah, they're bringing back Afflictions and the Shrine build. It felt like that podcast was like, yeah, if you want to enjoy this league, wait for the next league. Like, what the fuck is that? They also said they're adding a new Uber boss next league. Or next boss. in general. I have a huge feeling the reason why this league was very whatever is because PoE 2 is coming out this year, plus ExileCon. ExileCon is coming out like in like 2 months, I guess. 2 months, maybe 3 months. 26. What the fuck?
You are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
There we go.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
27. Oof. 27. Season pass? Please? Let's see. Oh, nope. Still not here, boys. Nothing, we're going back. Zone 2, the shittiest zone. Against the infested. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I did look into arcane compression Ivara. I made a build. I'm still thinking how the build should work. Hey, I'm maxed out. Huge.
Try a different ability.
Do 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 do.
Data conduit. Proceed.
Warframe stuff. Let's see. We also supposed to get a new skin.
Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter the
Oh yeah, it seems like we are getting a Baruch skin. I have to look into it. Warframe update.
The sanctuary will go on without you.
There it is. Wait. "11:30 a.m. ET. 11:30 a.m. ET. That is 5:30. So we are supposed to get this in 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. You made a new Warframe account? Where is the... It's here. What is this? Whoa! Whoa, this is sick! That's a sick ephemera, I'm buying that. Oh, that's his ephemera. He also has this. What the fuck? Not a big fan. And his weapon from a sword and shield becomes a freaking frail and shield. Certainly these weapons are iffy. It looks horrible. This has nothing to do with Baruch. I don't know what the hell went through their heads thinking this is like a good idea. I don't believe this is going to sell or anything. Plus Baruch is not popular. He has a giant jerk-off arm. Damn, he has been jerking off a lot. I think base Baruch is weaker than this, but Prime Baruch is better than this. Yeah, not worth it. I think the ephemera is way too good. I think this is a sick ephemera. Cool. Maybe not for Mirage, but I will use it on someone else. Ah, I see it, Dunes. Yeah, they added this thing now. Cool. I might fuck around with that. I might do it. 5 more minutes. What shall I add here? So, this weapon has multiplicative gun. Compression is also multiplicative. Prime Firestorm gives it more final multiplicative damage. But how much AoE does it give it in general? Let's look into this in game.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be?
So when I aim down sight, I get 136. That cannot be right. Wait. How am I getting that little... What? Is that correct? 195? Wait. It says here Urine correctly shows the compression factor from the uncharged AoE. But in the is the UI that is bugged, the actual multiple applies to it, correct? So it shows the uncharged shot. It shows this. It doesn't show the fully charged shot. But it takes the fully charged shot multiplicative damage, doesn't take the uncharged shot multiplicative damage. So the top right that says 195.84%, it should say 714.24%. So yeah, this is just a UI bug. It's a camera setting, so if you go over here, options, you go into interface, and you slightly scroll down. No, where is it? There it is. You don't scroll down at all. You're going to see a camera position, and just put it far offset. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do. And then it's going to look like this. Let's see here. How much will do? How much will? That. Let's see. Warframe, tomb, finger, primary, explosion. Does it work with multi shot? Okay, so multi-shot does work. No problem. So... do we do blast damage? I think we should do blast damage. We should be getting the new Nightwave now. Boom! Oh shit. I think this is sick. I think this will work on a lot of frames. Right, dunes? What, right, boys? What do you think about this? It's a Sandana. It nearly looks like a jetpack. Like a futuristic jetpack. It's also nearby. Mars is the same. No, they didn't touch it at all. Just, they left it as it is. This is not worth it at all. So rifle kills add fall-off distance and decrease spread for the next attack with a buckshot. So only on the next attack. So you have to constantly swap between killing with rifle and then pressing the L-fire. Buckshot kills restore 50% of the current magazine. So it says buckshot kills restore 50% of the current magazine. So maybe if you kill like 3 enemies, you fully restore the mag. So they want you to switch between the rifle and the L-fire, the buckshot. That's a shame. No cooldown, no duration, sadly. If it at least said like rifle kills add fall off and degree spread for the next attacks with the buckshot and it'll last for like 5 seconds or something, it'll be better than one all-fire. I already made a build, I just have to put this thing on and that's it. Who cares about the damage fall off? The shotgun, the buckshot has a horrible damage fall off. It's between 1 to 10 meters. So if something is 9 meters away from you, you do 90% less damage. It's that horrible. So this doubles it, makes it like 10 to 20 meters, and makes it like nicer. Plus it narrows down the shotgun so it becomes less spready, so you can like easily headshot enemies and do a lot of damage, but it's only on the next shot. Kinda garbaggio. This thing, you definitely swap point conversion for this, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Oh, it's a shame, man. It's a fucking shame. This looks cool. A biker. Is this new? Hey, this is new. Feels recycled, but it's new. This is old. Yeah, this is old already. Drippy. Flip Delegation is in the store. Double Tap is in the store. Xylox 1 is also in the store. The Tone Corvan is in the store. Anything else here that is really good? No, that's it. Hulky Core is also in the store. I mean, a lot of good ones. Like, all of this nearly is really good. Especially this. You want to use both? No room for both. You will also create diminishing returns with electricity. Point conversion 165 with the 90 one is going to be heavily killed. So you use one or the other. You never use together. It would be funny if there was the AX52 one in here. And you can immediately buy it, which is much better than this piece of shit. So shotgun kills restore 50% current magazine. So you have to... Here's the thing, this eats ammo. The Alfire does eat ammo a lot. So you will lose a chunk of your ammo. Let's say you use the rifle, right? You shoot the rifle, you lose a lot of ammo, you press the Alfire, that also eats ammo, and then it restores 50% of your ammo. So you may be not getting a lot. But you have to kill multiple enemies for this thing to complement your overall your overall mag, I guess. But I have to remove damage for... What exactly is this? No, this is just not good. You have to remove damage on a weapon that already struggles. What? And it has 65.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be?
So let's say you do this, then you get a bunch of kills, then you press the alt fire, and that eats ammo a lot. I wish it was this. I wish it was just you do this. And it's precise as fuck. You know? It easily gives them like 10 stacks of corrosion. Yeah, this eats ammo, then restores ammo. You see this damage? Look at this. It's so fucking... Damage fall off is ridiculous. So bad. There's nothing that can fix this. And the augment only works on one old fire. I think the best thing you can give this thing is this. For bigger magazine size. Plus magnetic damage. Good against Eximus. Plus another status effect for get on a zap. No conditional gameplay. And this is going to be the mod. And you fix the weapon recoil because... If you don't have any weapon recoil, this is the recoil. Like, fuck that. From here, went all the way over here. So you need to fix the weapon recoil. Deadhead is a no-brainer. And stabilizer is also a no-brainer. So this fixes weapon recoil entirely. You give it some stash chance, direct damage per status. This is mandatory, mandatory, mandatory for both, mandatory for both, mandatory. This or heat doesn't really matter. I think both of them are good. Yeah, both of them are good. I think heat should be... It's out, yep. It's already out. So this is definitely going to be the augment. And for this guy, we just remove this. But here's the problem. Is that a problem? 90, so this 120. So maybe we have to nerf one of these two. Maybe 51%. Maybe not. Maybe just equip that and call it a day. Sadly, they didn't do anything with the Allfire. The Allfire is horrible. So... the whole mag to kill a freaking heavy gunner. And this is still bad. Oof. This also doesn't come with, what do you call it, corrosion. Like Juber does. This thing only has puncture slash and impact. Yeah, I just have to get the mods. I need... What do I need here? A V polarity? How much is this going to give me? 4, right? 4. 4, or maybe add this. That's going to give me 6. 6, and then add a D polarity here. Expensive, man, expensive. Let me level up the Tomb Finger 2 more times. Yep, thank you. We're going to do this soon. So let me level this thing up two more times so I'm done with this. I need energy. Please. Do. I forgot to put this down here. Do. Shumas, hey. The new Nightwave is out. The new Nightwave. I'm going to do it soon. I hope we didn't get any Eidolon stuff. I despise the Eidolon garbage. Let's see. Kill enemies, missions, Eximus enemies. Complete the Netrocell. Void Armageddons of Isolated Vault. Syndicate Medallions. Decoration. Okay. I'm not a big fan of... What do you call it? Armageddon. Ugh. $20. Jesus, people. I wish this thing can use semi-rifle cannonade. That will be so fucking good. But nope. So you have to do multiplicative gun seal stuff. But that only works when you prime enemies. I'm going in. The biker outfit. You won't be getting that anytime soon, son. It's going to take you like 2 months. Right, it takes like 2 months to finish the season pass. 25. I should be getting level. Uncle, you're a hater. I'm grinding my amp specifically to Eidolons. It's very fun. No. I'm happy I'm done with freaking amps. And I'm also happy that D is done with amps. Amps are the past, dudes. They're barely doing anything with amps. What time is the reset? It's already out. It's already out. Here it is. It's right here. How did... Dude, I'm not getting any XP. No XP-ness? Dude, there was an affinity booster a couple of days ago. I should have used it. I was just too lazy to log into Warframe and Forma.
Data conduit is open. Go now. Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Alright, 2 more. Yeah, 25 boost. Yeah, I think I should.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
I haven't touched weekly resets in the past, like, month. Huh. I'll also show you later the Ivara build, Vauban build, this build, and a couple other weapons that I've worked on off stream. We might even look into some old weapons, just to add them to the list for future build videos. It's already been a year since I touched any of these weapons. Maybe we should look into Jevlock, I think that's what it's called. The staff. Jevlock, something like that. That thing also has multiplicative Gunsio. Not again multiplicative Gunsio. Maybe it does. But it does have the final multiplier stuff. From compression. Do you have a Mirage build video? Yes, I do. For ESO, for the gun buffer, I believe they're all on my channel. Let's see here. Nothing. I need to put 2 more levels into this, then leave. This build video then, I will show you today, but it won't be anytime soon. The reason why, I want to wait for the new update to see the new Warframe and the helmet ability. Maybe the new helmet ability from the new Warframe might introduce some build diversity. If it doesn't, I will release this build video. I'm just waiting for the new Warframe, that's it. And the new Warframe is soonish. The new frame should be next month. Boo-doo. Do I think my Archon Flow might be usable? It all depends on the abilities. Knowing Pablo, he's known for making no damage abilities. So if you kill enemies with a cold ability, we might be using Archon Flow, but Archon Flow isn't that impressive. 10% chance to drop a singular orb and then it goes on a 10-second cooldown. Kinda shitty. In my opinion, he should just remove the 10 seconds and make it like 2 seconds. Or 3 seconds. At least. 2 seconds will be the best thing he can do to the Arcane. It just feels like Archon Flow is the worst Archon mod. More expensive Prime Flow with a useless passive. Oh yeah, I forgot to add Octavia to the list. And note. There we go. Octavia Prime is done. I need to look into Zaku. I did get some comments for Zaku stuff in some of my videos. People really want a brand new Zaku. And the last time I made a Zaku build video was like early last year. So it's been a while. Alright, one more Forma. And then we have to test this thing. Boom. One more Forma. Boom. $13. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. It takes so long to charge, the enemies have so much time to move. Oh my goodness. Level 18. Nice. Zaku! The old Zaku build video had Nourish. This one has Pillage. Oof. Plus I did change some stuff, so might as well like showcase. But same thing with Zaku, I will wait for the new Warframe to see the helmet ability, then I will release the Warframe build videos. The ones I released, like, who was it? Folly and Hydroid? I don't believe any helmet is going to beat those two. Bright Bonnet and Rhino Roar. But for the other frames, like Visp, Ivara, Zaku, I will wait. Who knows, maybe the new Warframe's helmet ability might be cool on casters. $22, you barely get any freaking XP. For Infested, you're not getting a lot. 407, 280, that's way too low. Bright Bonnet, Zaku. And no. No, dude, sadly. Zaku has a lot of anti-synergy. The only thing that has like synergy is his fourth ability with his 1, 2, and 3. That's it. And the way his abilities work, you already know how. They scale with enemy level, so Bright Bonnet isn't going to do much. It's going to give him like decent energy economy. And you can like do Bright Bonnet with Sculpture, and he never has any energy problems ever again. But you don't really need to do that. $26. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. I didn't read that one. Alright, 4 more levels for this thing and we're done. Uh-oh, it's bugged. There we go. Whew. Oof. Sculpture is awesome. It's a really good arcane. Off stream, I was looking into a lot of freaking synergies. It's pretty cool.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
1K viewers? On everything except for Folly. Folly didn't get shit. I think Folly is still under 1,000 viewers. Nobody wants to fucking play that frame, which is funny. Plus that build I made is good. It's the best no joke, it's the best barrel build for Folly. Yeah, Folly still has less than 900 viewers. But everything else is good. Alright. One more run. When will Citron Prime comes? I believe when the new update comes. It's definitely going to be like next month. We got Stein next, like when? Next Prime.
Kill everything you encounter. Do not relent.
Let me look into this. So it says here. Yeah, we're supposed to get it next month. Maybe end of next month is Citron Prime. I'm dead. I'm alive. Right, 2 more levels. Kullervo is going to be huge. They intentionally left Kullervo for the end of the year because of holidays for everybody, so they can earn a lot of money. Because Kullervo is mega popular and Kullervo Prime is going to be huge. Kullervo Prime is going to be next to Wukong and Revenant. Maybe it's even going to beat Revenant. I believe it's going to beat Revenant. Yeah, it's definitely going to beat Revenant, but it's not going to beat Wukong. He's going to be played a lot. I have to make like 2 build videos. Maybe 3 build videos? We have to see if everything fits. Whoa, that guy ran so fast. Alright, I maxed out this thing. Alright, I'm done. No more Tomb Finger. Holy shit. Calero Prime, Calero Hill. I don't know if it's going to beat that freaking skin. That skin is really good looking. Also, it seems like the next heirlooms are Oberon and Titania. There was some kind of voting I saw on the forums, and Oberon and Titania like won for heirlooms. I hope they touch Titania. Oh yeah, Banshee's getting reworked, right? We also have to see that shit. Well, some community or whoever voted seems like Oberon and Titania won. Maybe I can find it. I think I saw that also on Reddit. What the fuck is happening? Where did I see this shit? I'm looking for it. I don't know if this is confirmed. But let me... Oh, there it is. Found it. So I saw this. Boop. This is what I saw. I don't know who the hell this is. He's a furry. But it was Kullervo, Dagot, Sevagot, Nova, Garuda, Revenant, and Titania and Oberon. And this shit won by 0.2. So who knows if this is correct or not. But I wish this won. I mean, these guys already have a skin compared to these two. Titania got like Xbox skin and Oberon got nothing. I think Oberon still has the exact same skin like years ago, the plant Oberon with goat legs. With goat legs. Alright. Alrighty. So, we now add this thing. Boom. Boom. Alright, let's see how this weapon performs, shall we? After this, we're going to look into the Season Pass. The Nightwave!
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without
Maybe just the artist. I still understand why the fuck won't they release a Saren freaking heirloom. They're going to earn so much money from that heirloom. So, for this, you need to use Reinforced Bond or a Fire Rate Warframe. Let's see how this feels with Reinforced Bond. I mean, that's nice. This is with Reinforced Bond. Kinda nice. Decent fire rate. You can also tap. Decently fast. Okay. Let me spawn in these dudes. And let's spawn this guy. Alright. Okay. The damage it does... Oh dude, I need to change the color. It's literally a flashbang. I mean, that's good damage. That's good damage. Alright, let me change the color. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Turn this into black. There we go. So now we can see when I shoot this shit. I mean, the damage it does is quite good. The damage is quite good. You cannot proc viral on this guy. Override. We remove this. Let's use Deadhead. And we add bladed rounds. So let's see the difference between these two. Okay, it took me like multiple shots to kill this guy. You also keep the AoE. Yeah, multiple shots to kill this dude. This guy died from freaking Seeker. Yeah, it's worse. It is worse. It's not a big surprise, but it is like so much worse. Alright, let's go back to compression. Back to compression again. Respawn these dudes. Let's look into this shit yet again. So it does a lot more damage on direct hit. You lose the AoE. Like, the damage is stupid. Yeah, it's so much higher. It was 150k and this is 330k. So it's more than double. The thing is, this has multiplicative against CO, so both this and this is multiplicative again on a zap. And this also keeps the AoE, while you lose the AoE. This also gives you 3% headshot multiplier, while this thing gives you ammo economy. Does it? I haven't noticed. Oh yeah. No? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it does not consume ammo. Let me boy! Yeah, sometimes it does not consume ammo at all. Yeah, damage is quite high. So this is me just tapping. I don't know. Not this week, Lim. This week we got... The hell? Get this shit away. I can't see it. What the hell? I have to go back to base. This week we got Town Core, Alki Core, freaking Sobak. Those guys. You have to wait. So let's do this. Let's see the difference. Oops. Okay. Now let's see with the other thing. Damn it, dude! Stop freaking targeting him. Yep. No, dude! It's targeting the dude. Fucking hell. Here's another thing. It seems like compression doesn't work with Seeker, while Deadhead works with Seeker, and 3% headshot multiplayer also works with Seeker. And Seeker helps with damage and clear. That's another thing. You'll definitely do better damage single target bursting with this build, but this has a lot of quality of life. You have the AoE, you have more multiplicative damage with Gona Zap, you also give more damage to Seeker. You know, you get a lot more from this than this. Seeker just helps a ton. You know, yeah, Seeker literally killed this bitch. You'll definitely do. Let's remove Seeker from both builds, shall we? Just to see the damage without Seeker. So this is compression first. This is without Seeker. $1.5 million, 2.2 million. $5.8 million. Yeah, when you start adding so much damage. I saw 1 million. And then goes back down to 252k. Okay. Now let's... So this is without Seeker. Damage is far worse. Let's get some added damage first. Now Prime. Now shoot. Yeah, it's like 3 times worse. Yeah, it's like 3 times worse. So, here's the thing. This is better clear with Seeker than this. Well, this is better at single target burst. So both of these builds are good. I will make a compression build video still. Yeah, both of them are good. Like you change one mod. You can pick your poison. But the thing is, like I said, you keep the AoE. Seeker is better. So you have much better clear. But versus single target, while this has much better single target versus clear. Maybe if I add blast damage, I think blast damage might be quite good on this. 24% chance, 16.6. Kind of shit. That's kind of shit. Oh no, wait. It's over here. Charge radial attack. 38.4. 26% chance for blast. Kind of low. Another Kid Gun Arcane. They're all garbo. Battery charge one is garbage. These guys don't do any damage. They're all kind of shit. On headshot kill, gives you 30% ability efficiency and 30% ability strength for your next ability used within 4 seconds. 50% accuracy while airborne. Weapon recoil while airborne. Plus 5 seconds aim glide and wall lash duration. Like, they're horrible dudes. Like, Seeker is literally the best one. On headshot kill, 4 projectiles burst from the target and seek heads of nearby enemies. Alright, we're done with this thing. Go back to viral. Season Pass. Season Pass, and later on I'm going to show the builds. So, complete missions, Netro Cell. Who wants to join me in Netro Cell run? Anybody? Netro Cell? I haven't done that like a whole half a year, I believe. Oh, Netro Cell!
Samples over here, if you please.
There we go. Sniper, you wanna join? Anybody else? Netro Cell? There you are, Freedom. Dunes. You have to do it, Dunes, for the Season Pass. You have to. Ugh. Holy shit, I haven't played this shit for a very long time. Oh yeah, weekly reset. I forgot about this shit. I got guard on this weekly. Exterminate alchemy and mirror defense. Vietnamese solo. Holy. Let's go. Oh shit. I don't believe this affects me. Yeah, I believe I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good. Holy shit, someone is playing Banshee. Ah, Legendary 6. These guys, the guys that are bored of this freaking game. Yeah, but I don't know what the fuck to do. Let me grab like one of the shittiest frames in this game. Someone died. That individual is so far away. There we go. Doo 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 doo. All right. Phase breaker build. Good luck. You're going to invest like 100 divines to make this shit do damage. It was a build I really wanted to play. And like play, not like play it for like 2 to 3 days and never touch it again. It was Gladiator, Eviscerate, Retaliation build. You have a very big clear. Your survivability is phenomenal. And your single target is... it's good, but it's slow. What is the... what do you call it? What is the shield dog called? Does anybody know? I kind of want the shield dog for Hildren. Kind of want to bring it up to date. And to see what I can do with the shield dog. Owie! Hound? Is it a hound? Is it one of those robot dogs? If it's one of those robot dogs, that's sick because I might have it. Oh, if it's one of the freaking normal egg freaking dogs, fuck me. Get up here, you fat bitch. Where is the... Yummy.
Next time.
Sure. Let me see that dog again. Kerberos comes to the defense to the master, replenishing both of their shields by 3% and its maximum shield into shield's regeneration rate for its master for 3 seconds. So replenishes 30% of the shield of its maximum shields and adding its shield regeneration rate to its master for 3 seconds. Is there a cooldown? Aha. Cooldown is inconsistent. Kerberos can protect twice over 1 to 2 seconds before entering the 5-second cooldown. If externally after 15 seconds cooldown immediately succeeds, protects and enters down to blah 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 blah. So it can be consistent. Okay. I believe that's it. Sniper. Have you used J-Star's Ember? It doesn't do a lot of damage, plus you get a LOS nerf. Like, with 300 stacks of heat, it still tickles enemies. Plus you get a LOS nerf. It's a no-no. They said they're going to rework Ember next year. That was confirmed. Ember is getting touched next year. This year they're touching Banshee. How the fuck I don't have this dog, you fucking bitches. No wait, I do have the dog. I do have the dog. Wait a second, boys. Wait a second. It seems like I have to format this shitty dog. Is it this guy? No? Oh no, I had the dog. Maybe this guy. No. Where are my Kubros? You telling me all of these robot dogs are shit? Fuck me, man. So I have this guy, but it's the wrong guy. 2 chases? No. 1. Yeah, I have to buy a blueprint. Fuck me. What does the wiki say about this dog? The other one is Howl. Cries out, blood. Okay, Howl strikes foes into 50 enemies within 24 minutes. Okay. Affected enemies are slowed by 40%. That's dog shit. So this guy has shields 390. 390 shields. So I don't believe you can reach reinforced bond fire rate, right? $600 with shield. Okay. I mean, this guy has 370. 370. The dog has 390. So if I can reach the threshold for reinforced bond on this cat, I can reach the threshold on the dog. And I can also use tenacious bond as well. Yeah, I think the dog might be much better. Now that I saw the stats, I kind of want to buy the dog. Because the worm is Tazi core. Guardian. I barely even utilize this on Hildren. Because she can always remove status effects. Yeah, I will look into it. Nightwave rewards. You have a floof. And the infested armor is back. Then you get all this thing, which I cannot see. Okay. It's like a backpack. This thing, whatever this thing is. You get the Mars augment. It's slightly better conversion. So you're going to use this on Mars. A bunch of useless stuff. Guardian is back. Zaku skin is back again. A drippy chain for metal weapons. And this ephemera is back. But you barely can see it on Hildren. Jupiter mod, questionable. And at the end you get the biker's armor. It's using my colors, but it looks red like this. The drifter armor. In general, it's okay. Mark 5 mods or resources. Okay. Please, not please. Just armor at the end, like every other season pass, Nightwave. So place one decoration in your orbiter. Gotcha, let's do that real quick. Equipment, orbiter, decorate. Place down this thing. Boom. Find 4 Syndicate medallions. You can search by yourself or with a squad. Okay. Isolated vault. What is this thing again? Ugh. This is kind of annoying, but I have to do this. Let me do these two. So let's do this thing first. I haven't played this in a very long time. Capture. This is easy. The armor at the end. Yeah, it's good looking. Barker boy.
You are here on a capture mission.
Let's see.
Extract our target.
Is this thing? Nope, there it is. Alright, I need 5 more. So I just have to do this mission and that's it. This tile set also sucks. This is like one of the worst tile sets. Wait. Never mind. Oh! Boom. This location sucks. 3 more to go. So I wonder if can it be here? No. Damn, another one up here. 2 more to go. Nothing here. Oh, I forgot you have to capture this asshole, because if you don't in a certain time, he just freaking despawns. I forgot. It's been 10,000 years. What do you think they should do to Ember? Remove her one entirely and make a better ability and freaking change the numbers. They also have to change, what do you call it? I hope they change Heat Inherent. It's not a good system. It nerfs your damage when you have 2 types of heats, which is not good. In general, Heat Inherent should not exist.
Here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point.
And nobody's using that shit at all, so they should just scrap it. I don't believe they're going to remove her first ability, but that ability is completely and utterly useless. Like, you're never going to use it as a damage ability. Like, never. You have your 4 for damage. So why do you have to have another ability for damage? So what will end up happening is you're going to have 2 caster abilities, and one of them is going to be better, and everybody knows which one is going to be better. So you should just remove it and add a better ability. You know, like her one is RuneScape Fireball.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here.
I don't know, they should just bring back Accelerate. Or maybe bring back World on Fire and make it gimmicky. But I don't believe so. I don't believe they're going to do something like that. One more. I personally don't care about this. The moment I find another one, I'm leaving. There we go. Boop. Her 3, it's 90. Ember's 3 is just 90 DR. Ember's 2 is 90 DR. It's nothing special. It's the worst DR because you have to build for it. And then when you get to 90 DR, it decays the fuck out of your energy. And so you have to use a over 100 energy ability, which doesn't really do much, and that slows down your decay, but you lose DR. So once you get back to 90 DR, you have to use your third ability again because it will decay a lot. Like, it's not good. The person who made that ability made something very obnoxious. Void Armageddon, Isolated Vault. Oh, I forgot to do this shit. Fuck. Alright, Isolated Vault is next. So, begin a bounty by talking to Mother in Necrocell, finding her, and blah blah blah. Okay. They didn't test the Ember's rework she got like years ago. I believe it's like 5 years ago or 6 years ago. They didn't even freaking test it. They just tossed a bunch of numbers and called it a day. Like everything else in this game. Everything just feels unintended bullshit. Mother. Doesn't matter which one I do. I believe you just have to do the first or second, or it doesn't really matter. I don't believe it matters.
The old ruins beneath the surface must surely contain the deepest and darkest secrets. Find a way to get inside, and the Necroloid will guide you through. See what's happening down there. Tell me.
I don't know, everything to them is like gamble. They just create something and just toss it. And hope the community loves it. If it doesn't like it, whatever. Like, look at SNO. SNO came out. It's been like a month since those dudes came out. And they still have multiple dead abilities. And the only most reliable ability is their 4. If you were to just remove their abilities entirely and keep only the mechanic for building up the passive for your 4, literally nothing will change. People still going to play him for his 4. Stop it. Where's my energy, you fools? You fools. They said they're going to make ETA and EDA easier. Even if it's not hard. It's like 20 minutes of free loot. Minutes of free loot.
But I specifically asked for the life form to be sedated.
Where are... There you are. Dodge. Toss. There we go.
need to do something or the vault won't open.
Yeah, so they're still going to reward you a lot if you pick the things they chose for this week. But if you don't want to do that, you can pick your favorite Warframes. I still wonder how exactly that will work. And how rewarding it's going to be for people that pick the ones that they're selected for this week. We have to see that. But if it ends up being the same thing, that's freaking stupid. So 18 seconds.
Hey, the tox level's coming down. Now the infested have backed off. We can go to the vault.
You are almost through the infested tunnels. The Entrati ruins lie just ahead.
Boop. Is that it? I hope this is it.
Here's the big guy. Sure, pleased to see you, Jim.
Yay!
Expedition, I trust.
We're done.
You did well, according to Lloyd. A reward is in order for your efforts. I do hope you'll go again. There is so much more to be found. Things hidden from a mundane gaze.
Alright, let me read the chat. You boys typed. There's going to be a modifier that... Yeah, I saw that. Do you know what's funny about that, dudes? Pablo was like, well, we're going to add a modifier. It's not designed to damage children. It's designed to, like, reduce the shields. I forgot exactly what he said. But he said something like, it's not designed to nerf children. And then he said that the modifier caps your shields to 500. So you just nerf children. You said you're not going to add a modifier that nerfs children by adding a modifier that nerfs children. Like, what the fuck? Every other Warframe can easily shield gate, children cannot. Like, it makes no sense. That's like saying health Warframes are powerful, but I don't want to add something that nerfs Inaros. So he adds a modifier that caps health to 500. But so every other Warframe is fine with it, because most Warframes have like no health. You know, it's just weird to me. It's bullshit. I tried to pick I tried to pick the frame more than average person. Yeah, I don't know why they're even touching ETA and EDA. It was never a problem. Just endure. It's supposed to be annoying. It's supposed to be annoying. You like have something that is annoying. But whatever. I mean, if they're going to listen to the most casual audience, whatever. I forgot to do this shit again. Fuck. Void Armageddon. Who am I playing for Void Armageddon? I think Visp. She's very straight to the point. Void Armageddon is here. Should I do regular path? I think I should, just to make it easier. I don't want to waste time. The magic finger. Proper difficulty is never going to exist in Warframe, sadly. That's the truth. Stuff can just be annoying. What the hell? You gave me no freaking points, you little bitch. Yeah, these guys didn't do any damage. Okay. So now I have to go over there. Gotcha. To make stuff hard in Warframe, nerf damage by like 85%. And there are no revives. And disable operators. So if you die, you die. That's it. No shield gating. No immortalities, that is disabled. You can only shield gate once per broken shield. And if you want to restore your shield gate, you have to wait for the whole shield to recharge to full. Shit like that. That's going to make the game hard. But outside of that, that's never going to happen. Everything's just way too easy. More power fantasy? It's already very power fantasy. The game already has so much power fantasy. If you're to add some more, like, you're overdoing it. The game already has way too much. Oh my god. Melco 2.0. I need to make a Nocco build video again. Yeah, I might do that. Warframe early game is the best playthrough for Warframe. At the beginning, the Warframe is freaking fun because you don't have all the mods. You have limited damage, limited clear, sustain, everything, pretty much everything. I still remember when the game came out. Oh no! Boom. What? There it is. I still remember when the game came out. That shit was fun. What? Alright, one Armageddon. Done. We need to do one more. Tough. Especially in level cap. It's going to lag people's PCs. The game is going to be unstable. And more enemies won't really create more difficulty. Because having so many enemies next to each other, you're going to snapshot blast and other abilities that they're just going to die faster than now. For level cap, developers don't care about level cap. They don't even acknowledge it. That's something that just community cares about it, and when I mean community, a very small percentage of people. Like, small minority. And even for that, you're just going to abuse immortalities and shield gaining. For example, people are just going to pick Nyx and Revenant and not care about anything of that, you know? You just have more enemies, and you'll just get more loot. I believe they said something about enemy... like, what do you call it? Density. They said something about enemy density, but lag, and that's just going to reward players more. That was like years ago. I have a feeling that was like 5+ years ago. Warframe right now is dealing with a lot of AFK farmers, and if you were to give them higher enemy density, that's just going to complement those people even more. Like macro pussies and AFK Wukongs. I mean, I don't have any problems with fine macros, but like game-breaking macros, those are questionable. Alright. Remove survival. Dunes, people then going to play Void Cascade or Armageddon or something like that. I think endless game modes are now outdated in this game. I think even developers know it's ridiculous to introduce farms in endless game modes. That's why they stopped doing that shit. When they saw the feedback of Circuit, they knew that endless game modes should die for their content. That's why we're getting like bounty missions and first 5 to 20 minutes missions. Or limited missions, like Descendia. Like limited time. Hello Kitty. This location is hideous. What the fuck is this location, dude? I hate this tile set, and then some parts I like the tile set. Like this here is all horrible. This tile set is okay-ish. Or technically a tile, not tile set. I don't need this. And buy this and that's it. We AFK. Boop. Aximus, we done? Dude. Fuck you. There we go. And we're done. Oh wait, the material. Oh wait. I have to scan materials. But I believe I have to be in missions, right? In like a squad. Or maybe I can do it like here. Oh yeah, I can do it like this. Nice. Anything else here? No! Fucking hell. I need to scan 2 more. I believe there are a bunch of materials down here. No? Come on. Come on, you little pussa. I see no materials. That's not a material. As it doesn't count as a material. Any boxes I can destroy? Holy shit. There's nothing here for me to destroy? Seriously? Yeah, there's nothing here for me to destroy. Oh, wait. Son of a bitch. That's money. That's a material. You scan it. There we go. Please give me the thing I want. There we go. We're done. Arbitration drones. The community hates those. I don't mind those guys, but there's some abilities where you should be damaging the drones and you don't. Like Mesa cannot target that shit. Like some helmet abilities should. Why am I here? Okay, so I'm done with that. This is the last thing. So I need to do 8 missions. Let me show you the build while doing those missions, shall we? Shall we do that? Let me show you the builds. So the first build I'm going to show today to you boys is Ivara. Ivara. Doesn't really matter. So this is the new build for Ivara. Here it is. It's the Bright Bonnet Sculpture, Concentrated Arrow, Massive AoE, Massive Ability Strength, Decent Duration. This is going to be capped because of this. Arcane Corpuscular. This here is the build. Energy economy is fixed, massive AoE, good damage, and decent duration. So, first things first, if you don't like the first ability, you don't want to do any like campy gameplay, you're going to use Precision Intensify. If you like campy gameplay, I will recommend to use this, Empower Quiver, which is going to give you over 300% critical damage and also gives you status immunity. So you can do that. If you like more mobile ability, mobile gameplay to move around, the less campy, use this. This is going to give your fourth ability a lot of base damage. From 600 it goes up to 225, which is quite good. So you're going to do a lot more damage with this. That's it. Like massive range, massive strength, decent duration, capped ability efficiency, invisible Ivara. With Bright Bonnet. Now for the bow. There are 2 builds. The first build is the Bleed Compression build. So when you add Concentrated Arrow, you get AoE. And the way compression works is you reduce your AoE, but you're going to get massive final multiplicative damage. Compression is multiplicative, final multiplicative on the Exalted Weapon. And because Concentrated Arrow works with Prime Firestorm and range mods, this thing becomes massive, and when you aim down sight you lose 80% of it, but for every 1 meter radius you lose, you get like 100 damage and 5.5 ammo efficiency. The ammo efficiency doesn't really do anything, but you do get around 1,800, nearly 1,900 final multiplicative damage, which is the largest final multiplicative damage in this game. The biggest. It's like stupid damage. You still keep like around 3 to 4 meters, but you get like a massive damage. It's massive damage. Right, massive damage. Over here, we're going to use Spectral Serration. You're always going to be invisible. Cool Chance Cool Damage is a no-brainer. Volley Serration, mostly because the charge time on her bow is the slowest of all bows. Internal Bleeding, because he has a guaranteed chance to proc Impact. So Internal Bleeding is just going to proc Slash for us, and Slash is going to do damage in large radius. Rifle Elementalist is just going to complement the Slash stick. And primary accuracy is just going to make the single target burst do more damage. You can use multi-shot, but both multi-shot and accuracy do not work with the AoE explosion. So if you want to do more damage, I would recommend this over multi-shot. Plus this gives you kill chance. With this, you will see much more consistent orange and red crits rather than multi-shot. So this is the bleed build. This is like a hybrid between holding right click and don't. Like not holding right click. So if you want to have clear, better clear, use this. But if you want to have better single target, blast compression. Blast compression is going to use blast damage, more raw damage, blast damage. There's a decent chance for you to proc blast, 22.2, which is going to help you with clear. This does not get reduced with primary compression because this is a status effect, not a radius effect. And you'll do more raw damage with this. A lot more. Like, a lot more. But yeah, that's the build. Everything else is optional. You don't need to use any specific companion or secondary or anything like that. So let me show you in game. This is something I might release soon, but I will wait for the new Warframe to see the helmet ability. And this. Have I done a still with compression? I forgot. I believe I did. I made a list. It's at that post, the compression post I made on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel. It should be there. So you're going to start the mission by tossing this shit twice. Then activate your 4, activate your 3. Then you're going to hold your first ability to get to the sleep arrow. And when you're in your 4th ability, when you press the middle mouse, you use your first ability. And with sleep arrow, you're going to just make enemies fall asleep. They're easier to target. 120 freaking million damage. 91 million damage. Like, they're easier to target, plus they take more damage. So if you want to clear, you're going to not aim down sight. You're going to shoot like this, as you can see. Boom. Slash procs might happen sometimes. But if you ever fight something that is very tanky, you can just aim down sight and do this. What is this? Is this the slash build or the blast build? I forgot already. Looks like the blast build. Or maybe not. I see slash procs. No. Yeah, this is the internal bleeding build. It's not the most reliable. There's a problem with concentrated arrow. It has like 500 blast damage, and at 500 blast damage you cannot scale it. There's some stuff that scale does like increase the damage, but a lot of stuff does not. This tile set also blows, like, not tile set, this location sucks. I tried to use this build without sculpture. It's iffy. And using this build without bright bonnet is also iffy. Good night. Boop. He also has line of sight, which is so annoying. I wish it didn't. Plus, if you want to scale the slash damage more, use a Bane mod. If only Pablo didn't give this thing freaking LOS. Even if he gave it LOS, this shit will not be used. But yep, this is the build, boys. This is the build. Boop. Boop. What? Oh yeah, when it comes to acolytes, there's some acolytes you can like crowd control with Sleep Arrow. Fucking hell. I just wish they can like retouch Ivara. Give her more mobility on her 3. Change the alarm arrow into be something like vulnerable at least. Remove the LOS from concentrated arrow or make it scale better. Like just make it scale. Like keep the LOS, just make it scale. Why did you give it a limit? Freaking deviant dogs. There goes the Acu boy. You just toss a sleep arrow, immediately the acolyte spawns and dead. Alright. That's the Ivara build, boys. No more. You saw it. You witnessed it. This is like the best version of Ivara you can possibly do with concentrated arrow. I just wish it was better. But developers gave it a freaking cap. Alright, let me read what you boys typed. Are they going to nerf the multiplicative damage on compression soon? I don't know, Sniper. That arcane is also not really that hard to farm. Yeah, that's Ivara, and next is Valbano. This is the build. Let me see what you boys typed. How do I feel about Ivara? She's designed for something that isn't Warframe. She's just way too slow for any content. She feels like she's in her own world. I will describe her like that. She's like playing her own like mini game. They just need to bring her up to date. That's it. Sleep arrow is fine. The invisible arrow is also good. Dash fire is good with the augment. Her 2 is very niche, so they can keep that. Her 3 just give her mobility. Make it like you use more energy if you move way too fast. Or like the more you move fast, the more energy it uses or something, you know. Or just make it a degen invisibility. Like, that's not breaking anything. Her 4 just feels outdated. It's very good for shotgunning stuff with Ivara. But that's it. Like, her Exalted Arrow does the same thing like other bows, you know. And her passive is awful. Her passive is freaking horrible. Warframe platform Ivara build. If you do Warframe platform Ivara, here's the thing, the way I view it. If you turn every Warframe into a Warframe platform, we're always going to have the ones that are better than the others. And because we do, you just turned Ivara into worse Seren, Mirage, and everything else, right? So you're generally playing the exact same frame, but worse. That's why I don't like turning every Warframe into a Warframe platform. You're just nerfing your Warframe to something worse than Mirage, or Seren, or Sight 9. Yeah, they do have to make a decision between LOS and no LOS. It just makes no sense. There are some abilities that are fine with LOS. For example, Vauban's 4 should have LOS. It should. Crowd controlling enemies through walls in the next room is horrible. That means you have to go into the next room to kill it, just to respawn the exact same unit. It just feels awful to use this thing. Especially in small corridor tile sets. You group up enemies behind multi-layer walls, and then you just slow down your team and yourself. Valbino. She's very squishy. Every invisible Warframe is squishy. That's the point of invisible frame. You're invisible, nothing's going to target you, but you're very squishy. Which makes sense. It's like invasion in ARPGs. You're very squishy, but you rely on invasion, which is like 80 to 90% chance for you to evade the whole damage. But in Warframe, it's 100% chance. Alright. Let me show you the Vauban build. So this is a Shieldgate Vauban build. And the way it works is you're going to use your first ability. That's going to trigger Arcane Sculpture, which is amazing. This also is going to trigger Arcane Stretch. Arcane Stretch is going to give you a little bit of energy per second, which doesn't really do much, but it helps, right? We removed the second ability mostly because the crowd control isn't good. The thing that spins around and shoots bullets, that requires enemy level scaling for it to do some damage. It just doesn't scale that well, and your third ability is going to do a lot more than your second ability. What else? The boost, the extra damage boost doesn't work on the third ability, and this does work on your passive, but your passive doesn't work with your third ability. So a bunch of stuff here on the second ability doesn't really do much for this build. So I removed it for Rhino Roar. It's going to dip the damage for your third ability to do better damage and better clear, and it's going to scale the third ability faster and better. We're going to keep the fourth ability because it's good. It's going to group up enemies, crowd control them, armor strip them, and all that stuff. This also can trigger Arcane Sculpture, but it's better for you to trigger Arcane Sculpture with the first ability, mostly because this uses so much less energy. From 155 down to 38. That's why we kept the first ability over the second ability. We have Massive Strength for Rhino Roar and the third ability. Massive Range, this is the capture range, just to give this thing a massive AoE of 19.6 meters. This does have line of sight. Efficiency is going to be capped with Arcane Sculpture, And duration is more than enough. Duration is mostly here because of Rhino Roar. That's it. Brief Respite, Argon Reach with Catalyst is for shield gating. And we're going to use this anyways because of AoE. That's it. Now let's go into the mission. One thing I noticed on this build is this is not the most reliable build for every game mode. You need to have enemy density. You need to have enemy density. Without enemy density, it just doesn't feel that good. So toss your first ability, activate your third ability, and you start tossing your third ability. Sorry. Toss your first ability, activate your second ability, and start tossing your third ability. And then every like couple of seconds, toss your first ability to refresh Arcane Sculpture. And this is the gameplay. You just toss your 3 and it explodes in a large radius. The more enemies are grouped up, the easier and the better the clear is. If there is only one enemy, you're not going to do a lot. You need to have like groups of enemies. And if you want this thing to do a lot more damage, you have to spend hours into missions because it scales with enemies level. You also don't need to use the augment, mostly because only the first burst is going to kill the groups of enemies, and the other 2 bursts are not going to do a lot. And the only reason why I'm alive is because of shield gating. That's the best way to survive with this build. I'm running low on energy. This tile set is also, like I said, not the most reliable tile set. You have to look for tile sets that are corridory. For corridor tile sets like Cool Fortress, for example, or Uranus, Mars, Phobos, stuff like that, it's very good. But for wide open tiles like this one, it feels iffy. I'm still not a big fan of this gameplay loop, but I'm always testing. Yep, no freaking energy. That's the problem with this build. No energy. And it is very energy hungry. It is. So I'm still testing on this build. I won't be releasing this thing anytime soon. I just have to figure out how to fix the energy problems a little bit more. Maybe I can go for Bright Bonnet. Maybe Bright Bonnet again. Do you have an Ignis build? Here it is. Judea acknowledgedly make one of the 4 abilities of every Warframe useless. Revenant, Rhino, Mirage, Vauban, they all are very less frames, have synergies kits. We don't have a lot of Warframes that have all 4 good abilities. To me, Haro is one of the frames that has like all of his abilities are very good. They're all very good abilities. Like phenomenal energy sustain, massive damage, shield sustain, crowd control, and massive crit with survivability, plus a useful passive, which synergizes really well with his second ability. Like, stuff like that. Some people will say Gauss. I'm not a big fan of Gauss's first ability, because in most styles it's horrible. But he's also very good. All of his abilities are good. Well, yeah, when you look at other frames, they all have like 1 or 2 dead abilities. Or, for example, Atlas has nearly all dead abilities except for his one. Boop, 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 like Baruch's problem is all of his abilities are usable. Oh, except for his one. His one is only usable if you use the augment. So if you use the augment to get a massive melee attack speed and melee critical damage, yeah, all of his abilities are usable. Lul will generate your passive. First ability is also going to generate your passive, give you damage. Third ability gives you damage and survivability. No, this gives you just survivability. And your fourth ability is no-brainer. Mirage? No, Mirage has a lot of... So if you go for a gun buffer, her 4, her 2 are useless. Her 1 and 3 are the good ones. And if you go her as a caster, her 1 is kind of useless. Her 3 doesn't really do a lot. It helps, but doesn't do a lot. And her 2 does a lot more than her 4. Her 4, it just eats way too much freaking energy. And by the time it scales, it does like okay damage. 250 base damage that with a horrible duration. I mean, duration is fine if you build for a lot of duration on Mirage, which you should, but you also have to build for damage and range. So it's very clunky. Saren? Yeah, all of her abilities are good. I'll say her 2 is like the weakest, but people use it for shield gating. But if you put aside shield gating, this is okay. My voice. This is okay. Sight 9 is... Sometimes fourth ability just... It's usable, but it's just bad compared to other stuff. But yeah, we have a bunch of frames that have like 1 or 2 dead abilities. So yeah, I will look into Valbon build a little bit more. I have to just figure this shit out. Should I go for Rhino Roar or should I just toss Bright Bonnet? Let's toss Bright Bonnet and see how this feels, shall we? Bright Bonnet everything, holy shit. Bright Bonnet everything, boys. Protea, her 4 is very... I hate her 4, but you have to use the fourth ability. With the 2 augments, one for armor stripping and the one for having the turret on you, like Zaku. Alright, let's see this. What the fuck am I typing? Bright Bonnet. So we lost the dip damage for ability strength. But ability string doesn't really do anything. What if I do something like this? We use Tesla Bonk. Because we do build for AoE. So we have 2 layers of AoE. We have energy economy. This might work. Let's try this out, shall we? You don't really get a lot from ability strength. I think Bright Bonnet mostly here is for energy economy. Maybe Tesla Bonk might be good on this. Because Tesla Bonk is just going to spread the damage, right? I'm not a big fan of Tesla Bonk. I toss it over here. I mean, this might work. I think some people love Tesla Bonk. Or is it called Tesla Bonk or Tesla Bank? I forgot. Both of them sound stupid. I mean, this also scales with enemies level, so this might be better than Rhino Roar. Rhino Roar will like do later on. It will still do a lot, but the third ability is going to one tap. I need to kill this guy. There we go, he's dead. Might be a good idea to use this. I wasn't looking. I was not looking, boys. So do this, toss. Yeah, it's kind of slow, but it works. This is what happens when you create an ability that scales with enemy's level, instead of creating an ability that doesn't scale with enemy's level, so we can scale it. Pablo just made it like limited scaling for us, which I despise. I never liked that shit. I never like how, oh wait, if you want to make the ability do damage, spend like 2 hours into a mission. Like, make it do damage now. There are times that I see some of these enemies survive. Oops. I'm alive. It's kind of ridiculous. You can just spam this forever. And you can just shield gate forever as well. I'm also forever in disguise. Holy shit, I'm a bird. Alright, let's leave. Yeah, I kind of like it. I just need to fix some stuff. I'll look into it a little bit more. Alright. The damage it does is much lower. But if you like go into a 1 hour into a mission, you will do a lot of damage with this. It's still slower than Hildren. Does cast speed up the time it takes for the laser to fire? No, only the animations of Vauban tossing the ball. So yeah, I might look into this a little bit more. Next is going to be... So we have Visp and Protea. Or Visp. So some of you wanted a caster Visp, so I made it. I made an updated version of caster Visp. So her first ability functions like an object which can trigger Arcane Sculpture, capping ability efficiency. Arcane Stretch is going to proc from her 1. And we do have 1 purple for Equilibrium, and that's like more than enough for energy economy. Massive Strength for her 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're also going to use the Augment for her 4 to create the suns. We're going to use Corrosion Projection and 1 Emerald Shard. That's 13 stacks of Corrosion. With Corrosion Projection, that's 100% armor strip. Her 4th ability does proc Corrosion. After like 4 seconds, you're going to cap this. You're going to cap Corrosion. So that's kind of nice. Adaptation with her health pool is going to give you some survivability, but if you want better survivability, jump into the air to utilize the passive. Knockback immunity. Prime Flow helps, mostly because you spam abilities a lot. So even with Arcane Sculpture, you can run out of energy. Yep, that's it. That's it, that's the build. Now let me show you this shit in game. Shall we? Sun. Oh my goodness, so place down this, place down this, place down this, activate Rhino Roar, and then spam your 4. You're going to create a sun, the sun is going to zap enemies, it's going to generate heat procs, corrosion procs, radiation procs, it's going to annihilate. One nice thing about the 4th ability is it works with your 3rd ability, so you have synergy. The reason why you have to place down your 1st ability, 2nd ability, and 3rd ability, place down all of your 1st abilities, is because you get another stats effect from your 4, you get survivability, and that's it. And you also proc Arcane Sculpture. Really good for camping. This is not really for fast-paced missions, but really good for camping. As you can see. Something that I don't see a lot of Wisp players do is this. Caster freaking Wisp. Plus this tile is kinda shitty. Boop. Big boy damage. Plus Rhino Roar dips your damage by quite a lot. This tile also blows. I need to get away from this place. Maybe here? Boop. Boop. It's weird, but it works. Oh. Why am I sliding? What's wrong with you, Wisp? Holy shit. Look at all these numbers. Dude, 116% Rhino Roar. Oofy. Oofy. These guys are not going to like this. Against the Acolyte, it doesn't really do much. And this doesn't really scale a lot, sadly. Oh wait, I might wait a second, I can use... I have an idea. There's something I completely forgot to use. And that's Archon Vitality. For ETA and EDA, yeah, you can use it for that. Archon Vitality is going to proc additional heat procs. I completely forgot about that shit. Fuck me. Where the hell is the Acolyte? There he is. Oh, he despawned quite fast. Holy shit. I think he got mega shotgunned with the third ability. Holy. Alright. That's the Vis build. Where the hell is the extraction? Up here? Ah, yeah, I forgot about Archon Vitality. Fuck me. Irradiate? If you want to have clear, yeah, you can go for that. It will take some time for 10 stacks of radiation. But it's going to help you with radiation procs. If they remove survival, how many Warframes will lose their purpose? Baruch will lose its purpose by a lot. I think Dagot will lose her purpose a lot. She's very energy hungry. She relies on enemy density. Equinox will lose her... No, I think Equinox will be fine. Folly will lose her purpose. She will be extremely slow if they remove, like, survival. She's, like, really slow for a lot of game modes. Gauss Caster build will be worse because he relies on enemy density for AoE clear. Grendel will be heavily nerfed. Like, Grendel is useless in slow-paced missions. He's literally useless. Maybe not a lot, tunes. Maybe Ivara Concentrated Arrow will be killed. No, I think... yeah, I think Ivara herself will be dead. Camper Ivara is dead if they remove survival. And Concentrated Arrow is dead. Korra freaking Material Farmer will be killed. Kume is dead. Kume is completely dead. She's already dead. You know? She's already dead, but if they remove survival, she's completely dead. Like, if you want to get all of her decrees, you go survival. Solo survival. If survival gets removed, oof. Maybe not a lot, tunes. Maybe not a lot of Warframes will be killed. But a lot of, like, niche builds will be killed. You know, tunes. Archon Vitality. You pussy. Stretch. Please. Please. Where is Archon Vitality? The fuck? Please make it equipable. No way. How much do you want me to? Hey, there we go. So we do this. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the way to go. There should be a lot more damage now. We lost adaptation. We get a little bit of health, but we lost adaptation. Fuck me. 5 more.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks.
Fundamentally just a joke. Don't freaking offend those 5 Kume players. Sevagod? Oh yeah, Sevagod will be heavily killed. So this build should be better now. So you place down all of these doodlies, right? Then you use Rhino Roar. Then you do this. And then do that. Yeah, you generate more heat. I mean, these guys won't die, but still. That's a lot more heat procs. Now imagine if there are enemies nearby. Let me spawn some of the tanky boys. Let me spawn in... I always misspell their names. Jesus, man. I mean, it destroys these guys. Yeah, it's much better now. You're less tanky, that's the problem I have with this build. What do you have? What the hell are you using? You do have crowd control, but not the most reliable crowd control. You do have to jump a lot. Yep. You have to jump a lot. Yeah, this is not a build you're going to like send for level cap stuff. This is more for whatever content D tosses, which you should care about more. You should care about that more. But yeah, this is a lot more damage. Mold. There's nothing here that is good, dunes. How much can I generate here? 4? I believe 4. Look at these guys just immediately spawn. 2, 3. Four. Yeah, 4. 4 times 6, that's not a lot. And ability efficiency is also pointless. Yeah, it's not worth it. Archinagus. No. Exposure. Expertise, no. Expertise is a no. Hotshot doesn't really do anything. No, it's mostly Molt. Something to survive, there's nothing, dunes. Molt on it, Aegis on its own is iffy. You just jump and press 4. You have 2 layers of crowd control. You have a massive health regen, massive health increase. This is enough. But yeah. Oh yeah, the shards. The shards plus 3 corrosion stacks, like I said, 2 strength, equilibrium, and cast speed. The final build I'm going to show you before I despawn. Tomorrow I might log in into Warframe, so might stream tomorrow a little bit. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Almost made a rainbow. Almost made an infinity gauntlet. Jump plus Aegis. Well, Aegis needs to be procced by enemies shooting you, but when you jump, you're invisible. So there's like anti-synergy with those two. Plus her shield is way too small. Enemies are just going to shoot it once and break it. So it's not really the most reliable source of survivability. So this is the build. Massive duration just to make all her abilities last longer, especially her 4. More than enough range. You don't need to build a lot of range. This already has a massive AoE of 37.2 meters. Her first ability doesn't really need a lot of range. Same with her 4. And I kept the third ability. This is a no helmet build. So with this build, when you press your first, second, or third ability, that's going to trigger Arcane Sculpture. So that's going to cap ability efficiency. And Equilibrium with this is more than enough energy economy. And you also get some energy from Dispensary. We're going to utilize Temporal Erosion. So when your fourth ability is active, your second ability gets attached to you. No, I'm wrong. So when your fourth ability is active, you get armor strip from your first ability and your second ability. But a build I like more is the Temporal Artillery. Temp Artillery. So this build, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the third ability for Rhino Roar. This is going to dip damage for her second ability. We're going to use Artillery. So when your fourth ability is active, your second ability is going to be attached to you. And you also get the armor strip. I'm getting 30-year-old memory loss? No. Do you know when I made this build? I made this build like 2 months ago. Or was it a month ago? No, it was 2 months ago. 2 months ago, dudes. And no changes. You dropped narrow-minded? You don't need a lot of range. The range is pointless and narrow-minded just helps a lot more. So let's begin. We press our first ability 3 times, get the passive, use Rhino Roar, activate the fourth ability, activate the second ability, and start shooting. Always look at your fourth ability duration. Tap, tap, recast. Boom. That's the gameplay. You just run around. It's Zaku that scales better in early missions. Yeah, it is. I like this skin a lot. It's... every single mission is like this. You just have to look for the cooldown on your 4. That's it. You have 28 seconds to react. I might release this build video soon. Daddy needs to get some clicks. It's also a very good build. Click, click, click. Rhino Roar to dip the damage. But yeah. Every mission is going to be like this. You just need to get like 2 energy drops and that's it. Yep, yippity yup yup. Do 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 do. You can also spam your second ability. But they don't really last that long. That's really good for like single target DPS if you're fighting something that is in this, like this room, for example. Then you just do this. Very good build. I like it a lot. Her gameplay loop is much easier than Valbon's and Visp's. Her survivability is better than those two. And I already have more kills than Valbon. Rhino Roar, recast. Recast the fourth ability. Yep. Well, with Valbon you have to spam like a motherfucker. With Visp you also have to spam a lot. With her it's like cakewalk. Cakewalk? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Nuke with her 4, it's not really the most consistent nuke. Acolyte is going to spawn and he's going to get DPS'd a lot. The problem is when the Acolyte spawns with violence, and then... Sorry, when violence spawns and he turns off your abilities, that becomes a problem. But Acolytes also despawn. Her second ability does like good damage. Alright. That was Protea. And I believe that's it. No! This is what happens when you freaking forgot to turn off your 4. Do I like Protea now? I still don't like looking at the fourth ability dunes. I don't mind her at all. If I ever get her like ETA or EDA, I don't mind playing her. But man, you have to look at that freaking fourth ability. She's tanky. Oh. Give me a second. There we go. To close the window. Alright, 4 more. What else? I think that's it. I made Octavia Prime, but nothing special. Limbo, I did show that. Temple is also finished. Tombfinger, I did this shit today. Oh yeah, someone said about Astilla. Astilla. Here it is. So this is a Astilla build. Whoever asked for Astilla, here you go. I have polarity problems. So this here is just polarity problems. Daga tweaks. When she gets the prime, I don't want to touch her at all. When she gets primed, that's like early next year, Sniper, I will look into her. Right now, I just don't care about her. No, you will get the build. So this is this is a final multiplicative on this weapon. The ammo efficiency is okay-ish. Gara is up to date. HP Dagger for years. Dunes maybe one day. But yeah, all this is mandatory. This build is very nice, I will say. This is a very nice build. You have everything you need. I fixed the fire rate, the weapon recall problems. You get a massive damage from this. You get damage from this, a bunch of status effects, decent status chance to proc all these status effects. You're going to generate a bunch of heat, electricity, critical chance, critical damage, bunch of projectiles. It just feels nice to use this thing. But it's still not the most reliable shotgun. It has a good damage fall off compared to most shotguns. 30 to 60 meters, this is good. But yeah, that's the... what do you call it? Astilla build. I still have to make a bunch of weapon builds. Fuck me. I'm looking at all of the weapons. This thing is also finished. And this thing is also finished. I have to talk about hammer shot. I think this is the flex mod that you can remove for something else. Yeah, this is really good. This is also final multiplicative damage, and you get like 400% final multiplicative damage. That's like 4x. 4x your damage. 4 freaking x your damage with just these two things. One arcane, one mod. Semi-rifle cannonade is always nice to have if you're not hitting weak points with primary accuracy. Primary accuracy with critical delay will constantly be red crits. So you'll see constant red crits. Semi-rifle cannonade also locks your fire rate, so the negative fire from critical delay doesn't really exist. We have the headshot damage on direct hit, which is awesome. This is a massive damage increase. 2 critical damage sources. Cold with heat gives you blast. You will have a decent chance to proc blast, 34.5 freaking percent. And everything in 5 meter radius is also going to die. This is like really good with this weapon. The AoE is never a problem on this thing. Like you lose 4 meters, but you get a massive damage. But you get 5 meters from blast, right? So it isn't a problem. Does Gara have critical chance passive as well? No, her passive is when she uses abilities, there's a chance to like blind enemies near her. It's like horrible. Horrible. Prisma Gorgon, Fenmore, Opticore Vandal. I need to make a Zook Prime build video as well. Maybe tomorrow I will look into some weapons I haven't touched a while. Like more than a year ago. That isn't like a kid gun. Or some dog shit piece of shit weapon. A playlist? Not playlist. A post. List. Post list. I will link you. I just have to find it myself. Post. Primary compression. Found it. So here it is. Just click show more and you will see all the builds. Yeah, I will look into weapons tomorrow, boys. We will definitely look into some weapons I haven't touched who knows when. I will also look into Zaku. For some unknown reason, people want this thing. Again. I mean, the last time I touched Zaku was... Zaku Prime. Oh... November 20th November 2024. 2 years ago, dudes. 2 freaking years ago. 2 years ago, I have to make a Zaku build video. I have to see what the hell to change here. Maybe just keep everything. This build is like a more mobile than campy Zaku build. Then you know, the normal Zaku build. Everybody loves playing Zaku as a camper. I don't. And having pillage is quite nice. Cleanses status effects, gives you shield, armor strips. Complements this ability. You also have to press this ability twice. Maybe not you. Yeah, I can just remove this. There's no point to me using this. Yeah, I think this is useless. Nah. Not worth. Maybe use this and remove this for something else. More range. More freaking range. I believe that's the way to go. Yep. Range. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I think this might be it. So with growing power and 199, that takes you 2 pillage casts to fully armor strip. So multi-augmented isn't going to change much. You still have to press it twice to fully armor strip. First ability doesn't really scale that well. Second ability scales with enemies level. Fourth ability... yeah, this also doesn't scale that well. We do have on time Rift. So yeah, I kind of like this more. I like this more, a lot more. Maybe use Brief. I think Equilibrium and Flow are mandatory to sustain the abilities. Especially the recast this ability. Bribe Bonnet? No, there's no point to Bribe Bonnet. Nothing scales well with ability strength on Zaku dunes. And you need to armor strip to do a lot more damage. I believe this is the build. I think these two maybe do this. Maybe I can do that. try it, there's no point in me trying something that doesn't really do much on Zaku. Build efficiency is unnecessary. He's a duration based. You lose armor strip for ability string that doesn't really do much on him. Roar over 4, that makes his there's no point to playing Zaku. There's no point to playing Zaku. Run Roar also doesn't really do much on him as well. Because the way his second ability scales, it scales with enemies' guns. So Run Roar dip damage isn't going to do much. You can technically do Rhino Roar and like do Sobak, Acid Shells build, but it's not the most reliable. It's not the most reliable Sobak Acid Shells. Yeah, maybe something like this. Yeah, but you have to remove armor strip, which will do a lot more than Rhino Roar. Armor stripping does a lot more than Rhino Roar, especially on Zaku. And Norris doesn't really do anything on Zaku. Energy multiplier is like unnecessary. Viral damage doesn't work on his second ability. And the AoE shockwave doesn't really do much as well. Or you remove his third ability, or you don't remove anything at all. Like once this procs, that's a 53% drain. So 2 casts and everything in a 25-meter radius is going to be fully shielded and armor stripped. Corrosion, projection plus... corrosion, projection plus mold, or should it be even? That's... If you're talking about armor stripping... not the most reliable. No. You still have to use it twice. That's going to reduce enemies' armor by 18. 18. There's going to be like 50, maybe 60 and something. Yeah, you still have to use this twice to fully armor strip. Maybe Contempt, but you lose armor strip. Which he needs. He needs armor strip. That's the thing about Zaku. He needs it. I mean... But you lose the shield sustain. And this also takes longer for shield... for armor stripping. This is only if you do Acid Shell Sobek. Sickening Pulse doesn't really do anything. Huh. Not terrify. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What if we do something like this? We use Tempest Barrage over the third ability. We use Corrosion Projection. We use plus 3 stacks of Corrosion. That's a full armor strip. And we also use the augment for Tempest Barrage, which is 10 stacks of corrosion. 10 stacks of viral. We'll have 10 stacks of viral, full armor strip faster, but we lose shield sustain. You did? I don't remember, dunes. It's been like 150,000 years ago, dunes. It's been like a very long time. I might try that out. Plus, you do bill for AoE on Zaku. Plus... It's not the most reliable crowd control, but it might work. I will think about it. I will think about it. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Why not? Let's do it now. Let's do it now, shall we? Before I despawn. So this build has Nourish over the third ability. This is a very old build. So we're going to remove that shit. What the fuck? Dude, this guy's always hungry. Holy shit, dude. You hungry bitch. There you go. Fat fuck. Boom. And now we use... What the fuck are you doing? Sit back. What the hell? Sit the fuck down, son. We use... Boom. With... Boom. But here's the thing. Here's one downside. There are some enemies you cannot fully armor strip with corrosion. That's one downside compared to pillage. Thank you for the video that explains the compression of Exceltra and my Exceltra get huge damage. Yeah, that made the Exceltra much better. Plus the ammo efficiency also helps Exceltra a lot. Regenerates 7.5 shields when you kill an enemy with a blast damage. I think nothing here is good, right? I think all of this is shit. Yeah, this is all shit, son. All this is shit, son. All that is shit. So let's do this again. We're going to... What? Oh. That. And corrosion projection. Boom. What? Boom. There we go. So we still have 46% on this. This was capped to 95%. So what that ends up being is 92%, right? 92%. Let's try it out. How many forma? No. Unnecessary, do you see? Unnecessary, son. Let's use a better weapon than this thing. Awesome, amazing. Let's use this thing as well. Boom, and then... boom, and then... kaboom! There we go. So let's try it out. Let's see how this truly feels. No roar on the fourth ability. So that's going to make the second ability do more damage. So now at the beginning you're not going to do a lot, right? You need to shoot your weapons. Then once we get some... does this trigger Tempest? Doesn't. I mean, that's going to do a lot more. The AoE isn't really there. Yeah, this kind of works. This kind of works, son. Sadly, your first ability doesn't really do much. It's very energy hungry, you know? And you also have to recast your fourth ability. I don't know. I need something to survive, you know, everything dies really fast. Yeah, and how much energy does this thing use? 38. Every cast is like 38. Bright Bonnet? His one is not a... So let's see here. Maybe it works on these guys. Let's see. But then you have to spam the second ability. Oh wait, you cannot spam the second ability. You cannot spam the second ability. Once you get maximum onto turrets, that's it.
Where would the sanctuary be?
Yeah, once you get maximum onto turrets, that's it. He uses so much energy. Fucking hell. No! So this doesn't proc, this doesn't proc, this doesn't proc. It's only this? No, nothing procs. Wait, that doesn't fully armor strip. Maybe not these guys? I don't know, I think Pillage feels comfier. Yeah, I think Pillage works better. Takes longer for 13 stacks of corrosion, plus there's some enemies you cannot proc more than 4 stacks of status effects. Well, Pillage is like massive AoE. Yeah, Pillage is just massive AoE. Boom, boom. Back to Pillage, boys, back to Pillage. This is the build. Dunes, you cannot pair pressure me on that because there's no synergy. There's no point of building for that shit at all. But yeah, that's it, boys. I need to remove this thing as well. My materials! Oh. Whatever. Is there a new Phantasma Prime build? I believe I released that and it still holds up. Still holds up. Still up to date. Phantasma. Yeah, I released it like a couple of months ago and still holds up. No changes. I will give you the link. And then I have to... how should I say this? Fuck off. I need to fuck off, boys. I need to despawn. I'll be back tomorrow for some weapon builds. Weapon yapping. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you yet again, everybody, for watching. I will do the final Nightwave tomorrow. But yeah. GG's, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.